Hopefully you can hear me. If you're coming in, come on in. I'm going live. This is gonna be a quick one, hopefully. Come on in. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. It's been a minute. Just trying to make sure I get everything. What's been going on? Come on in, come on in. Hopefully I'm live. Come on in. Today I'm gonna basically talk on, if you can hear me, I'm gonna basically, it's been a couple of weeks, so bear with me. I've been trying to get things correct and do things, so just bear with me. So hold on, I'm trying to do something real quick, trying to pull up some. But today I'm gonna do a reaction, and the reaction will be basically on the album Preach video. Hold on, I'm trying to do something. Okay, so today's video will be on album Preach. Basically, I'm gonna be talking about the album Preach video. They recently put out a video, I believe, last week Friday. This was an impromptu video, and the video basically detailed what the fear of AI in basically ad agency. So first things first, welcome to AI and Me. It's been a while. Yeah, I've been busy and all that good stuff, but hey, it's been a while. But welcome to AI and Me. And today I'm gonna just do a reaction video too, because I saw this video and I saw how important this video is because of the album Preach. And this I've been harping about AI. I've been harping about big data. I've been harping about all this. And the album Preach video just came out, and I don't usually watch album Preach, but this video resonated with me because it talked about how AI is displacing a whole industry, and how AI is basically giving grief and fear in the whole industry. The amount of fear and gripe it is causing about in just one industry. So imagine how it's reflected in other industries. But the question is, are we learning what the AI is doing itself? Are we going into the area and specialties where these AI and people are building and making money out of these AIs? So again, I'm Patrick. I'm a data scientist, machine learning engineer. I'm currently getting a CPA, trying to get my CPA license, and trying to fuse the area of accounting and the area of data science and basically bridge those gaps. So currently I've been busy and everything, but now I just saw this video that came out with Album Preach, and I said, nah, I have to react to it. So this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to play the video. While I'm playing the video, I will talk about what the big takeaways from these videos are and what you need to look at and feel about this video itself. So
Under Armour.
It's an easy.
This is an ad from Under Armour.
It's an easy choice. Made the hard way. You can fight, or you can fade. Because time doesn't care. It's happy to forget you. Today is made of yesterday. And the future is made when you fight, like there's no tomorrow.
Now, the ad in question was done by AI, and it made a lot of people upset.
I get it.
The ad's fire. Anthony Joshua had no part in this other than offering his name and likeness. They replicated his voice, his image, his likeness, everything.
That's the reason why it got people upset. You understand it was done by one person? One person entered the information in a computer. That ad would have had to have a director, a photo director. It would have to have a filmmaker. It would have to have different people on cameras. It would have to have a whole set of extras. It would have to have actors. It would have to have people doing the makeup, of course. And then you have to have the person that has to locate, choose the location. Then you have to have the graphics designer. Then you have to have the one person entering words in a computer. I can understand how that upsets some people.
Mm-hmm.
That upset everybody, not so much in the advertisement industry. You mean to tell me nothing was shot?
Okay.
Like, I'm asking you. Industry. You mean to tell me
the video, I'm still going to play the video itself. They talked about this Abba Preach video. The video I'm still playing. It's basically detailing how a video ad was shot with AI. How Under Armour shot an ad with less production, less people, less anything, and shot a video that was great. And Abba Preach looked at the video and they couldn't argue. They said the video was fire. Remember, they only took maybe a recording of his. They took maybe a picture and recorded his voice. That's it. They didn't do any other stuff. They just did that and placed it into an AI and said, AI, a mathematical AI model, say, please generate a beautiful ad that we can show. This is detailing when everybody's out here talking about Diddy, talking about this, talking about all that. There are sectors losing jobs, ad agencies losing jobs, people losing jobs. These are marketing people losing jobs, ad agencies, photo shoots. There are a lot of people losing their minds and jobs right now. But we are arguing about something else. Let me continue playing this video because you need to see this.
Nothing was shot with a camera?
Maybe like small portions of it, but for the vast majority it wasn't.
That's crazy. As a creator myself, are they gonna start to do like commentary by AI now? They could.
So my understanding is that a lot of people who work in the industry are upset. A lot of people also know that the way that the AI builds its database in order to be able to recreate these images is by pooling from art that's already been made. Meaning it's using real world art and the processes by which people make it, and then using all of that with the data it has, and then generates a lot of this stuff.
What's up, Casual Economist? Yeah, long time no see. Been busy, but hey. But I saw this and I had to react. We are in the era of, he just talked about it just now. He just said what I've been talking about, that we are in the era of big data. We're in the era of AI. He said they built a database, which I'm always telling you now, the next big thing is private databases, where now people can load their own private pictures and then utilize the algorithms to build out ads. So now the next big things will be centralized, privatized databases. If you're a creator right now, if you're a painter, if you're anything, your goal now is to create a database, a private database, locked and loaded, that you own and control, that they can't use to recreate ads, that they have to collect permission for you to actually access your database. That's going to be the new frontier. So now, AI is now eliminating marketing agencies, ad agencies. Basically, Nike is looking at this and saying, if they can do this with Under Armour and maybe 2 people, why do I need a marketing department? Coca-Cola, remember Coca-Cola's famous ads during the Christmas season and all that? That's gone. That's going to be generated by an AI system. Looking at their past data and past ads and recreating it for the new ones. That's gone. A whole marketing department will be gone in the next 2 years, working for Pepsi, Coca-Cola. All these will be gone. And we here arguing about other stuff. They just ripped out marketing agencies. They ripped out film studios. They ripped out lots of jobs in the span of what this video is just showing. Let's continue, because I'm seeing what I'm seeing and I'm like, okay, I've been talking about this, but let's continue.
So people feel like it's pilfering from other artists in order to make this. And
Which is, yeah.
I understand that portion of it. Some people want controls. They want ways to make sure that this stuff is going to be measured in how it's used.
He said people want controls. How are you, remember when I brought a video out, if you look past in my past, I looked at a video that shows a congressional hearing on AI. People who wanted controls and all that, they weren't there. People who were doing these ad agencies, marketing agencies, they weren't there. And they were rolling out all these AI products, but no controls were in there. But now it's affecting directly in your pocket. Yeah, the Coca-Cola polar bear is gone. Now you don't need a lot of these ads will be just done by 2 people and 2 tech guys. Maybe one marketing guy or one tech guy putting it into a SaaS program and say, hey, recreate the Coca-Cola ad for 2025, and basically do a prompt, be a prompt engineer. You probably need a prompt engineer and a marketing guy, one, and that's it. And maybe someone who takes some pictures, some nice pictures, and that's it. 3 people will basically, they would eliminate 50 people in the Nike agency and maybe just put 3 people. One person who knows how to basically shoot, basically take pictures, the other person the prompt engineer, and the other person just there for basically helping around with the IT stuff. That's it. 3 people will replace the job of 50 people that are usually done by 50 people. Then you're gonna need a database guy. That's it. This is what's coming in. So when I saw this video with Albert Preacher, I said, if you're not looking at this and saying, this is what's coming in, okay, let's continue.
The thing is this. I don't think you could put the cat back in the box. Or
To get started in data analytics, you don't need previous experience or a degree. The Google Data Analytics Certificate,
the bag, whatever. Cat not going back inside. That's all I know. It's out in the streets. This stuff is so efficient that so many companies are now outsourcing so much of its work to AI and then replacing so many of the jobs already because of how efficient it is. It saves them so much.
The one word you need to look in here is efficient. And it's only going to become more efficient. Yeah, you're not going to even need a voiceover guy. You probably just say, okay, individuals who play Bart Simpson, you don't need them anymore. You get AI, say, look, I need an Indian guy to play the Indian guy in Bart and The Simpsons. I need this guy. You don't need a voiceover actor anymore. Maybe you need, even right now, remember, right now, OpenAI is getting sued by Scarlett Johansson because they took Scarlett Johansson's voice without her permission for their new product. But Scarlett Johansson found out and sued them. This is what's happening right now. People, they don't care about your data. They care about the profit. So if I can use your data, but the problem is we don't understand how this works. We are so adamant about entertainment, but this is what's going on in the world. Marketing agencies are disappearing. The NFL, the NBA, all those ads and all that, that's going to end. All those people who are going to be paying millions and billions of dollars in terms of ad, they rather pay the ads being shown, but the creation of the ad is going to be short. Now they're going to use the money to basically either get talent or make sure they can put that ad to more eyes. That's it. But the creation part is getting more and more efficient with AI. So again, this is what's down the road. This has been good. I've been telling people this, and I always tell people, if you think AI, right now AI, I've done AI to the point now I'm doing something else right now. I'm doing quantum technology, doing other stuff. I've seen I've seen the projection of AI. And I'm also looking at if you mix quantum with AI, that it's something. In short, I'm looking at it and but right now, people, if you're in the AI game now, you're late to the game. Don't get me wrong, you can still get in there, but just know, in short, when I say when they're late to the game, they're already stacks in terms of, they ask your software stacks in terms of data science, machine learning. Anytime I go to interviews, they say, what are your software stacks? I have to list out so many stacks. And I'm like, if someone wants to come in new, now I'm training people to come in new, and it's now a chore to just train, because now not only I have to train on statistics, I've trained you on visualization, I've trained you on cloud technology, API, I have to train you on understanding EDA, I have to train you on different aspects of it. It's not just one aspect of just learning the algorithm, but you have to learn everything around it. So now it's more tedious now. It's worth it, don't get me wrong, they pay you a lot of money, but I've been preaching this for a long time. I'm still preaching it. You can do it, but now you have to put an effort in it, more effort. Because this technology is expanding each and every day. So let's continue with what happened.
much money. Companies are always obsessed with the bottom line. How can we cut corners? How can we save money? How can we do this without hurting the company? AI is a tool. That's why everyone's doing the gold rush in order to be able to invest as much into it and make sure they have the best software as quickly as possible. That's why companies like NVIDIA, who make a lot of the tools necessary to be able to run the AI programs, is skyrocketing into one of the leading companies in tech right now.
Talked about NVIDIA. NVIDIA is blowing up. I always said NVIDIA. NVIDIA was making the chips. I'm like, this company is going to blow up with GPUs but just keep watching on not only NVIDIA, but other. Now they're moving into another space. But again, NVIDIA is blowing up because they are seeing what I'm seeing. The growth of data, the growth of AI, and it's going to expand. It's still expanding. But let's continue.
It is basically the biggest game changer. Now, we used to think like, oh, people who work in entertainment are the ones that are going to be sticking around. When you're realizing like, yo, this shit. I heard that Tyler Perry decided to cancel his studio expansion because he said, why am I going to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into making my movie studios bigger for editing suites and all this stuff if this AI stuff is about to eliminate everything?
He talked about Tyler Perry. He saw what AI was about to do. He said, I'm not going to invest all my money in something that in all this editing and all this space, that this technology is going to come and make my whole production obsolete. I'll wait till this technology roll out. I'm going to use this technology. So he's going to stop. You think Tyler Perry's going to stop? He's going to start bringing out a lot of Medea movies now. Quick with AI. You're going to see Medea in space soon. Medea in space, Medea in everywhere. He's going to be cranking out all that movie. With AI now, he's going to be you're going to see a lot of Medea movie coming out soon. And he doesn't need to be wearing a dress anymore. He just put an AI generated system and hey, generate Medea in space, wearing a suit. You're going to be cranking out those movies real soon. So keep watching. But let's keep watching on what Apple Preacher talking about.
It has the industry completely moved in how it's going to have to move forward. And for me on the outside, I like people who do visual arts. Good luck competing. People who do anything in the filmmaking business, be it editing, be it whatever it is. Like once I saw the drone shots of the Western, like they had drone shots of the year like 1600 in Middle America. You saw cowboys and cow shit. Like
he just said it's over. If you're an editor, if you're doing all that, if you're not improving your skills in tech and saying, okay, look, I'm either going to compete with the AI or I'm going to be a prompt engineer and also an editing guy, so I can have their skills and say, okay, why am I going to be fighting with AI? Why don't I just use AI too? Learn prompt engineering, there's this, understand what prompts I need to put to make my art more appealing, my video shots more appealing. Do all this. He's a prompt engineer. So now the skills are now, you're not only going to have to learn video editing, you're going to have to learn how to interact with an AI system. This is what's going on right now. This is what's going on.
this stuff, and it's growing so quickly. Like you see where it was almost 2 years ago to where it is today. It is scary how fast it's learning. So none of these jobs are safe. I understand why people would be upset. I understand why people feel like their livelihoods are threatened. But when I see what it makes is fucking amazing. Even when I heard that Kanye verse.
What ABBA is saying is that we're beautifully fucked.
When I heard that Kanye verse, I was like, damn, they even got the voice replication down.
What was I thinking? That was some bitch shit. I lost Adidas, but I'm still Yeezy. Back in the kitchen, man, I'm a genius. Boys in the hood, just like I'm easy. Kanye, Weezy, Southside of Chicago, life ain't easy. Oh, praise be to Lord Jesus. Donda, please rest easy.
It's like none of these people.
That Kanye verse hit. That Kanye verse was hitting. That was fire. But that was an AI generated fire. That wasn't Kanye. That was AI. AI just made a hit just right now. That was an AI verse that was replicated by Kanye. That was an AI verse. So just imagine that Kanye's voice and everything was replicated with an AI system. And that verse was fire. So this is what's going on. That verse was fire. And this was from Kanye. So imagine what's going to happen. So now everybody say, okay, in the future, can we see past the dead artists and new artists come together and watch them in concerts? Can I see Michael Jackson with Usher in the next Super Bowl halftime show? Yes. In the AI generated system, you can see Michael Jackson and Usher dancing in the next Super Bowl show. What? So, oh, I mean, the beef itself. You know what's funny? That beef between Drake and Kanye and Lamar. That's data. Understanding how Lamar broke down the lyrics, collecting all that data, understanding all that beef itself. To me, I didn't see it as beef. I saw it as data. I saw it how to use that data to not only generate hype in terms of not only for commercials. If I was Pepsi right now, I would be taking data from that Drake and Lamar beef. Is how am I going to use this data, this valuable data, to drum up business for Pepsi? Can I do a beef between Coke and Pepsi and use the data from Drake and Lamar and come up with a beef between Coke and Pepsi and drum up a lot of hype from them? I mean, this is free data. This is free access to what people are thinking and what people want. So why not use that? Why not use that Drake and Lamar beef and talk to a Pepsi and Coke commercial like, hey, Pepsi, Coke, our sales are falling. Let's start a beef like Drake and Lamar. We have their data. Let's see what made their beef so iconic, and can we replicate that stuff? Can we hire Lamar for Coke, Drake for Pepsi? Let's use all that. And those, you don't even need to just say, okay, if you don't want, just tell Drake, sign here. We're going to use your data and we're going to create some beef. That's it. The data is there. And now this is just fictitious, but in reality, the data is there. Can we replicate that data to do something big? This is what AI is going to do. So let's continue watching. Abon preach, because this is fascinating.
Watch the Terminator movies.
Yeah. It's like, when the cars came along, I'm sure it eliminated a lot of job industries for people who ran horses, for people who managed the hooves, for people who did the sweeping and the stuff, whatever it might be. This is that times 1,000. This is going to eliminate so many jobs that are related to anything technologically speaking, and there's no way to stop that. So the real question becomes, what happens to people in a society where so much is being handled strictly by computers?
He asked a simple question that I've been asking. What happens to individuals who work in agencies, who work in art agencies, who create all these spectacular ads, but now their jobs are being displaced by AI? What happens to all these individuals? What do you do now? Do you go in and say, okay, I'm not going to be an ad agency anymore? Or you say, okay, I'm going to have to deploy an AI system. But also, I'm going to also deploy systems to privatize my databases, where nobody and all my data, all my pictures will not go to the internet, will belong to me in my database, that I can use an AI system, SaaS system, to generate those commercials for Coke and Pepsi. Coke and Pepsi have to come through me and through my database. So now they're not looking at catalogs now, they're looking at databases. So we're not looking at your catalog, we're looking at electronic databases so that we can now feed those databases to an AI system. So your value now is the data, your source data, your database. That's the value. But yeah, people say, okay.
And buy software.
It's going to be a collapse. There's going to be so much people out of jobs. It's going to be crazy. Something's going to have to happen, like a reset or something.
Go straight to just the end of the world.
Yes. Yes.
Dude here telling you it's going to be a collapse. He here looking into the future like, man, a lot of jobs going to be out this week. I'm seeing a lot of voice actors. I'm seeing a lot of the entertainment industry, logistic industry. I'm seeing healthcare. I'm seeing a lot of people affected. But the question is, do you need to be affected, or can your skills evolve to match what's coming in? And the answer is yes. The skills can evolve to the point where you don't become obsolete. You become as important as an AI system is. Because an AI system has to understand the data. And data currently is still biased. Data still has problems. Data can be corrupted, data can be manipulated, and data still has problems. Even the algorithms still have problems. Nothing is foolproof. But the question is, can you be the individuals who provide solutions to these problems? Can you be the individuals who detect when a problem or bias is about to occur? Can you be problems to design, not only design triggers that says, okay, this bias is about to happen, or this algorithm is about to make a mistake, or this is a problem, or we're detecting issues around this. Can you, the individuals, even not only detecting, but also creating the algorithms? Right now, accounting, I'm looking at accounting. Accounting utilizes a linear, okay, I'm not going too far, but accounting is everybody says accounting is dead, but it's not. Accounting is up for a real evolution with the use of machine learning and all that. But we need to be in the forefront of all this. We need to be able to grab the reins and say, what's going on? I want to be a part of it. I don't want to be obsolete. If you're a photographer right now, you should be looking at the prompt engineer. If you're an editor, you should be learning AI systems. This is the future, but hey. Let's continue.
Yes, just fast forwards it. I don't see how it is going to be viable that many people are going to be out of a job.
Well, just like everything else, you're just going to have to change industries.
Sure, but then you can't change industry, and all those industries are going to be taken over by AI, and you're not going to be able to make money. Like it's going to create a gap, a real big gap in the money. It's like all those jobs that we don't want to do are going to be made by AI. Those that we're getting paid a lot are going to be made by AI. It's just going to be the top ones that are going to be making money. Even that might be relegated to AI. Like everybody can potentially be out of a job. Except what? We're all going to be nurses? Is that what it is? We're all going to become... We can't all do that. We don't all have the capacity to do all these jobs that are going to be left. We don't have all the capacity. We don't have that... Like,
well, I mean, just like everything else, when jobs go out the window, new things are going to be created because we're going to move into different industries. So yeah, some people's fields are going to become obsolete, or, they're just going to have to accept the fact that they're going to be... Look at what this stuff does. This stuff is incredibly efficient at also creating job opportunities for people who want to launch businesses. So, for example...
Another great point. It's an opportunity. We shouldn't look at it as a death match. You should look at it as an opportunity. how can I utilize this product, this innovation to not only launch businesses, but launch ideas, launch things that say, okay, I'm going to utilize this in terms of understanding this aspect, or a small aspect in logistics, or a small aspect in healthcare. That small aspect, and putting AI in there, could open doors into many other arenas. But we shouldn't lock our minds to say, this system is just going to take over everything and we're going to build. No, your goal is, how am I going to use this to innovate? How am I going to use this to scale this business? How am I going to use this to innovate all my experience? How am I going to use this to make 300, 400, 500, 600K? This is where your mindset should be. Your mindset should be blocked in, oh, this is going to take our jobs. Nah, your mindset is, how am I going to remain competitive, and how am I going to utilize this innovation to not only expedite what I'm doing, but innovate in areas I want to go into. And that's where my mindset is, and that's where everybody's mindset should be. So let's continue.
Example, where I used to have to hire 20 people to be able to launch my thing. Now I only need one person. Where I used to need a whole studio of 150 people to be able to create my latest anime. Now I just need 3 people to create the most fire animation humanly possible. You know, these ventures became so expensive to do because the expertise and the technical level necessary was so high that it made it so that everything was gated. Video games. We may have a whole new realm of video games where now people with like 5-man crews are going to be able to make games in a year or two's time with a small budget, because of the fact that they can use this kind of technology to make their creative ideas, which needed millions of people coding before, happen much faster. So where you're only seeing the negative, you also have to see the upside.
He's talking about video games. You know right now, they're dealing with an AI system that incorporates your idea into the video games, in terms of you can incorporate your pictures, your likeness, yourself into the video game and play as a character, meaning you can recreate a whole another environment. You don't need all the coders in the world. You need past data and say, okay, I have all these video games. I have, let's say, all adventure video games, Zelda, all that. You can incorporate all these video games and say, okay, I want to use all these data and incorporate it into one video game. How does that look like? All the best video games, God of War, all that. I want to incorporate everything from each one, and I want to incorporate it into this. And you don't need to have 10 coders. You have an AI generated system, Gen AI system, that generates all these beautiful graphics, playable graphics. And now you've just basically destroyed the video game industry. Now video games now are now 2-man crew. Instead of 50 coders, one coding the visual part, one coding the lighting, one coding this. Now you only have maybe 2 crews, maybe one coding, the other just prompting the AI system to generate different tasks from past data. The Madden has always been a repeatable game. But now with an AI system, you probably need only 2 people to basically regenerate the Madden game over and over. And they sell millions because they say, okay, the Madden game we played, the last year game was fire. This year, let's put the Madden game, but this time change our characters to the new players for 2024. 2023 game, change out, just tell an AI system, prompt an AI system, all Panthers, all the players, change them to the current players of 2024. And that's it. Now you have a Madden game produced in 24 hours and you sell it for millions of dollars because an AI generated system did that. This is the power of what's coming in. This is what's coming out. So
only thinking about the big companies having access to it, but also think about everyone else who can now have access to it and how it can expedite a lot of their work. A lot of people will now have to hire accountants for their business. A lot of people will not have to hire a front desk clerk for their business. So a bunch of new businesses may open.
Sure, we'll see. We can only see.
I'm just saying. I'm exploring every possibility.
You know that I'm
I'm
a fan.
You end of the world every time.
Yeah,
Every time.
but it's not a bad outcome.
What's that? The end of the world?
Problem solved.
Doomer.
Yeah,
I mean, listen. I think people's concerns are valid. It is scary to think like you don't know where the future is going, and you see it changing so quickly.
Before it was just one sector. Now it's going to be everybody. Remember when they switched to HD TV? When they switched to HD TV, I know this TV station had to lay over. They have to fire the whole background and movie set production, because usually before it was done by paint, but now with the HD you can see that it's paint. So they got, all of them got fired, because I could see it's not real.
Yeah.
That was just one sector, but now this AI thing is gonna be, you could really apply it to everything.
Yeah.
Every fucking thing.
I used it for my D&D sessions. I used it for brainstorming, for script ideas. I used it for even like thinking up topics, or even, like let's say if you're having a debate with yourself, you could literally ask the AI to give you 5 different counter arguments and it'll just generate that shit in 2 seconds. It's actually incredibly impressive how efficient and useful the tool is for everyday life. Like, people say whatever they want. How many people I know in school who are using AI constantly to help them out with their stuff? How many people who do coding who use it constantly? And like, the tool is unbelievable. There's no way this shit's going away. So the question, and what I tell people is like, how can you get ahead of it? How can you use it to your advantage? That's what I would tell folks.
You buy yourself a shotgun and you protect your shit.
I thought you said put it in your mouth.
Wow.
Wow. Why are you acting like that's crazy, Mr. End of the World?
Don't put shit in.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities for more customization, more time, and more growth.
OpenAI's new voice-enabled chatbot is getting attention, not for its ingenious tech, but because it sounds suspiciously like US actress Scarlett Johansson. Users noticed the demo of the ChatGPT 40 model, which uses emotive voices to answer questions, features a voice that sounded like the actress, who also portrayed a chatbot in her 2013 film Her. OpenAI has now suspended the use of the voice, named Sky, while the company works to address concerns.
I'm doing fantastic.
In a blog post, the company claimed it was not an imitation and that it belonged to another actress. Let's hear a sample of the AI voice alongside Johansson's.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there. It's going great. How about you? I see you're rocking an OpenAI hoodie. Nice choice. Are you about to reveal something about AI?
I just showed you just a video after the album Preach about how Scarlett Johansson was basically ripped off. They ripped up her voice and basically put it in OpenAI. This was just some quick capture. And in terms of album Preach, we've seen what's going on. They brought out a video that says, hey, creators are going to get displaced. Either you're going to update your skill or not. So I've been busy, I've been doing all that, but when I saw this, I said, nah, I have to basically talk about this and preach the urgency of not only understanding how data works, but also understanding how this technology works and how to utilize it to innovate your processes, your businesses, your ideas. Because again, it's a tool, and we should have, if the tool is available, why shouldn't you have access to it? But again, for the past 3 weeks previously, everybody was talking about Diddy, and I'm not going into that, but those are stuff that if it's not affecting you directly, let's look at what is affecting you directly. They just mentioned ad agencies, people being displaced by this technology. If that's not a signal to say, okay, how do I adapt? What do I need to do? Where do I need to proceed? How do I need to proceed? But again, I'm going to continue harping it, and maybe I'll start producing more videos and more reaction videos. Maybe that will be more of a shock and awe, like, okay, hey, this job is being displaced by AI system. Do you think you're next? But again, please, this is growing. The technology is building. Technology is growing. It's only going to learn more and learn faster. They're doing more to understand the technology itself. But hey, I just came here to just do a quick one and just to talk about the AI system, talk about Abba and Preach, talk about what's going on with OpenAI and Scarlett Johansson, and hopefully you can see where this is going. This is not a technology you just want to brush off. This is something big. So, just if you're doing a recap, like the video, share. Again, this is a reaction from Abba and Preach's video with AI systems and all that. The more I see more AI, the more I react to it, and the more I'll try to tell you, hey, this is what's coming in and this is what's going on. So, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.